If you're somebody that wants to achieve buttery smooth 1080p or even 4K recordings, then in this video, I'm going to show you the exact settings that I will utilize to achieve this utilizing OBS Studios. So jumping straight into the video, the very first thing you want to do is open up your settings inside of your OBS Studios. From here, you want to then come over to the videos tab. And if you want to record in 1080p, you then want to go ahead and set your canvas as well as your output scaled resolution to 1920 by 1080. Now, if you want to be able to record in 1440p, then you're going to change both of these resolutions to 2560 by 1440. And if you want to be able to record in 4K, then you want to have your canvas set to 3840 by 2160. Now, in order for you to be able to set these settings, you do have to have a monitor that can support the resolution that you're trying to set. And your PC will also have to have the capabilities to handle the resolution that you're trying to record in. And so, for example, if you only have a 1440p monitor, then that's going to be the highest resolution that you'll be able to achieve. So just keep that in mind for when you're trying to set up your resolutions. Now, I do recommend having your values set to common. And then for your FPS values, you also want to have this at 60. So that way you can have your footage set to 60 frames per second. And so once you're done here, you're then going to come over to the output tab. And you want to make sure that your output mode is set to advanced. You are then going to come over from the streamings tab and you want to click on recording. And you're going to see a bunch of options listed here. And so what you want to do is set your recording path to a designated area as to where you want your footage to go to. I highly recommend having an external SSD card so that way you can just have your footage all in one place and not take up any additional resources or storage space on your PC. And so what we're going to do from here is set our recording format to MKV, and there's going to be a reason as to why we're going to set it to this instead of MP4, and I'm going to show you what that is a little bit later on in this video. So for now, just go ahead and set that to MKV. You want to then have your video encoder to H.264. There is two types that you are going to have based on your graphics card. The very first one, if you're on Windows, is going to be NVIDIA H.264 as well as AMD H.264. If you're on macOS, you are then going to look for Apple VT H.264. The reason why you want to have it set to this is because of the fact this is going to utilize your GPU instead of your CPU. So that way you'll be able to have flawless streams and you'll put less strain on your system and use less resources. And so what you're going to do from here is go to your audio encoder and you want to set that to FFmpegaac. And now for your audio tracks, we're going to set this to 3, 4, 5, and 6. And I'm going to show you exactly the reason why we're going to set it to this as well later on in this video. So for now, just go ahead and leave those checked. And then you're going to scroll all the way down. So you're going to completely skip this. And you want to have your rate control set to constant QP. Constant QP, otherwise known as constant quantization parameter, is a method that's going to be used to control the quality of the video during the encoding process. And so this is actually going to aim to have a consistent level of visual quality by adjusting your bitrate as needed. And so the reason why we're going to set it to this instead of constant bitrate is because constant bitrate has a fixed number as to how high or how low your bitrate can be. So once you have that set, you're now going to change the value of the constant QP. And so for 1080p recordings, you are actually going to set this to 18. You want your keyframe interval set to 2 seconds. Your preset, you actually want to change this to either P5, P6, or P7. If you are on a lower end PC, I recommend just doing P5. If you're on a mid-range PC, do P6. But if you're on a higher end PC, you can do P7. If I'm being totally honest, there's not really a major difference between these presets, so it's not like you're gonna be losing out on any type of quality. So just set it to either P5, P6, or P7 based on your PC. Once you have that set, you're then gonna come down to your tuning and you wanna set that to high quality and then change your multi-pass mode to 2 passes quarter resolution. There's not really that much difference between quarter and full resolution. So to just save a little bit of resources, just go ahead and turn it down to quarter resolution. Go ahead and change your profile to high. Uncheck the look ahead. There's no reason for you to have that. And then your B frame interval set that to 2, as well as your adaptive quantization, go ahead and leave that checked. Now for 1440p, you're going to leave all these settings the same except for the constant QP value. So you actually want to change this to 20 for 1440p. And then for 4K, you're actually going to bring this up again and you're going to put it to 22. Now, once all of that is done, go ahead and click on apply and then come straight up to the audio tab at the top and make sure you change all of your audio bitrate to 320. This is going to provide you with the best audio settings. You are then going to come on the left hand side, you're going to click on audio from here. And if you do not have a mixer, then you're going to set your desktop audio to your headphones or to your desktop speakers. So for example, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to choose my headphones here. And then for your microphone, you would come down here and you're going to select your microphone. So for me, that's going to be my Beacon mic. But if you have a mixer, then you're going to set it to your mixer. So I have the Beacon mixer. I'm going to go ahead and set that. And you're then going to go ahead and leave everything else alone. You're going to click apply and then click OK. Now, the reason as to why we had our recording format set to MKV is because it offers an extra layer of protection in case something were to go wrong while recording our footage. So for example, if your PC crashes or if your power goes out, you can rest assured that not only you'll be able to recover your files, but it will be saved on your PC. Now, if you do want to have your footage in MP4, then what you can do is come over to the Advanced tab, and then under the recording, there is an option here that says automatically remux to MP4. What this is going to do is it's going to automatically take your MKV file and it's going to convert it over to MP4 for you. So that way you'll have the MP4 footage inside of your library. And the only thing you have to do is just delete the MKV files to save storage space. Once all of that is done, you can then click apply and OK to save all of your settings. Now, earlier in this video, I had you set your audio tracks to 3, 4, 5, and 6. And the reason for this is because this is going to allow you complete control over what audio is being played and what you're going to edit out inside of your editing software. And so if you want to learn how to set this up properly, I did create a video going over how to split all of your audio sources directly inside of OBS. So make sure you click on this video right here so that way you learn how to do that. Now, if you made it to the end of this video, make sure you give this a big fat thumbs up. Make sure you guys go ahead and hit that subscribe button, as well as turning on post notifications so that way you do not miss a single video that gets posted up on this channel. And if you guys have any questions, please leave them in the comments down below. Please feel free to join my Discord, and I'll be more than happy to help anybody with the questions that you have. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you have a blessed day. Take care, guys.